Tunisia, home of the Arab Spring. Here, violence is no longer in the streets, but on the terraces. A constant battle between football supporters called ultras and the police. With stadiums so scarred by violence, each side blames the other, and no one seems able to end it. We went to Tunis to find out why this is happening. The clashes are so bad, its top 8 teams had to play behind closed doors in empty stadiums at the end of this season. Tunisian sports journalist Sahel Kimra loves covering the game, but says it's been overshadowed by ugly scenes. With fans fighting and police using tear gas, everyone in the stadium is affected.
We've seen anything and everything gets thrown into the pitch. We've seen that you have the usuals, the flares, the flashing strobes, the bottles of water. Chairs get thrown. A while ago in a cup final game, a door was thrown, a sink was thrown, and when I say a sink, a bathroom sink was thrown, a bathroom door was thrown as well. There's always blocks of cement. They get broken from the stands and thrown onto the pitch. Piping from bathrooms.
You say it's getting worse. If the violence is constantly escalating, someone's going to get killed.
Someone did get killed.
That someone was a 19-year-old, and football fans of all colours believe he was murdered by the police. We headed to the outskirts of Tunis to meet the family of Omar Labidi. The teenage Club Africain supporter drowned in a canal after apparently being chased by riot police. His bedroom is a shrine to the boy who went to a football match and never came home.
وعندي شخصية قوية فهمتني؟ علاش عندي شخصية قوية؟ أنا ما نحبش مثلا ننهار قدام ولادي فهمتني؟ خاطر يشوفوني أنا من نهار أنا القوي فهمتني ما عادش عائلة وكذا فهمتني؟ نكونوا واضحين فهمتني مات هو لو كان باش يموت غاديك أما الطريقة نتاع الموت نتاعو ما عجبتنيش فهمتني؟ هكا سيتو فهم فينال.
So we're just following Omar's dad, and he's told us that he actually wants to show us where his son died.
He's joined by Omar's friends, who were eyewitnesses. They retrace their steps, showing us how they were pursued by police some distance from the stadium. What you can't see is the stench of the place. Their friend drowned in a sewage canal.
برشا معناها ضرب. فهمت هذه البلاصة اللي طاح منها عمر. من هنا هو عمر كي جاي يجري وقف لهنا كيما نقولوا عمل لك كي رواد جا رعشوا بالمطراك مشروا بجهام عمل له كي طاح عرفتك كي ضربوا بالمطراك عرفتك الزرف بتاع خاف من الحاكم تاك تقلب بالتالي كي تو فهمت هو ما يعرفش يعوم وهذا عرفتك يابس ما يتحركش ترى كيفاش وغارق على الاخر هكا معناها قد يسفيلوا هكا شويه فهمت كيفاش.
17 officers are currently under investigation for Omar's death. The police refuse to talk to us. Omar was a member of an ultra group called the Vandals. But his funeral brought together thousands of fans from across the league. A rare moment of unity for footballing factions usually at each other's throats. Back in the neighbourhood of Fashana, where Omar grew up, he's become a football martyr. The story of his death heightens the fans' visceral hatred of the police. This member of the Vandals agreed to talk to us on the condition we protected his identity.
عمر الله يرحمه فداه بحياته معناها قول وفعل معناها مش كلام برك ومش تجي في غنايه نفديها بحياتي ولا هذا بالحق معناها عاش على فريقي وكيمات على الفريق امور ارت ما خاطر ونورمالمون خويا لا محمد رسول الله فما معناها ما باش يراو منا كان معناها توجور لا غير خاطر كيما نقصوا منا خويا واحد زاد نحن حسيناه ونورمالمون باش نوصلوا لهم حتى نحن.
Whatever its critics say, this subculture isn't just about violence. The extreme undying devotion is coupled with creativity. They emulate Italian ultras. And for many Tunisian young men, this is a chance to be a part of something bigger. Unfortunately, it all too often ends like this, leading the Minister for Youth and Sports to label it stadium terrorism.
It was a big mistake because they will carry this identity just because they have nothing to lose. They are stamped as terrorists, so what after that? They can be as violent as they want.
Ultra-turned-academic Fakhreddin Louati says this runs deeper than clashes on the terraces. With youth unemployment at 35% and the economy struggling, alienation is rife.
We live now in a democracy, but for the large majority of young people, they are not part of that. So they tried to implement a new identity, and this new identity is related to ultras culture. You are a citizen of ultras culture, but when you are in real life and the real society, you're basically a number for the government.
And so while the revolution may have brought change to the country at large, many young ultras believe the antagonism from authorities remains the same.
العنف كان مش في استاد معناها في البارتو معناها فما في الشارع تنجم حتى في سيركيلاسيون في كياس في ما نعرفش وين انا حتى في داره في مجلس نواب العنف بارتو ما فماش كان في استاد معناها اذا ولا يصير استفزاز معناها قبل ما تبدا الماتش ولا حاجه معناها تولي اوتوماتيكمون رده الفعل تاع اولاد معناها تولي هكاك اغريسيف شويه.
Tunisian ultras are unlikely to run up against England fans in the first game on Monday. They can't afford to go. The real threat, though, is not just how easily violence flares up in the stadiums, but also the numbers of young men turning their backs on Tunisia itself.